After a deadly yet historic revolution in Nepal, the Gen Z protesters have not stopped just at protesting. Now they have united to form a government, not via parliament, but a virtual assembly. And it can't get any better than how they did it. One of the most important platforms in this uprising has been Discord, a US-based group chat app originally created for gamers, but now widely used for community organizing. On Discord, users can create servers with multiple channels for text, voice, and video discussions. This gave activists a secure, semi-private space to debate, share updates, and coordinate strategies away from mainstream platforms that the government could easily censor. In Nepal, one server grew to over 145,000 members, where young people discussed protest safety, shared real-time updates, created information hubs on bypassing internet blocks, and even offered mental health support. But Discord wasn't only about logistics. It also became a forum for debating the country's political future. Many users floated names for an interim leader, with one of the strongest candidates being 73-year-old former Chief Justice Sushila Karki, respected for her integrity. While her nomination is not formal, the very fact that thousands of young Nepalis are seriously discussing her as a leader online shows how digital spaces are reshaping political dialogue in the country. Technology played a decisive role in keeping this movement alive. More than half of Nepal's 30 million people are online, and many rushed to download VPNs, virtual private networks, to get around the government's restrictions. Proton VPN reported a 6,000% surge in signups in just 3 days. Others turned to offline alternatives such as BitChat, a Bluetooth-based messaging app created by Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey. Unlike traditional apps, BitChat works without an internet connection, relying on peer-to-peer Bluetooth signals, making it almost impossible for governments to shut down. At the center of the protests was the viral hashtag number sign NepoKids. It called out the children of political elites who flaunted designer clothes, luxury trips, and lavish lifestyles on Instagram, while ordinary Nepalis struggled with rising costs and unemployment. One viral post, liked more than 13,000 times, asked bluntly, "Where is the tax money going?" The Nepali government has tried to restrict apps before, including a 9-month TikTok ban last year, but this time the sweeping attempt to block 26 major platforms at once backfired. Instead of silencing dissent, it amplified it. International watchdogs such as Access Now warned that the government was demanding sweeping censorship powers, but what happened was the opposite. Censorship became the spark that mobilized a new generation. So what tools are young activists now using? Online, they rely on Discord, Telegram, Signal, Proton Mail, and encrypted cloud services to stay organized. To bypass censorship, they use VPNs and proxy networks. Offline, when the internet is cut, apps like BitChat or Briar, which run on Bluetooth or Wi-Fi direct, allow peer-to-peer communication without central servers. These platforms are critical in sustaining momentum when governments attempt digital crackdowns. The uprising in Kathmandu is still unfolding, but one lesson is clear: Gen Z will not be silenced. Whether in the streets or online, young Nepalis have shown that resistance in the digital age requires flexibility, creativity, and the courage to adapt. Discord servers have become digital parliaments. Hashtags have become rallying cries. Offline apps have become lifelines. And together, they represent a new playbook for how youth movements can survive and grow, even in the face of censorship and repression.